Any doubt about 61 or 62? No doubts. Okay. '63 or '64? Any doubt?
Sir, 63.
From an external point, two tangents are drawn. We want to find angle between them. We even found locus if the angle is constant. Okay, how to do it? Here it is actually very easy, this particular question, but I'll tell you general both. Why this particular question is very easy is, you have an ellipse where this point is 5, 0, this point is 0, 4. And if you draw a vertical tangent here, a horizontal tangent here, this is only that 5, 4. So obviously angle between the tangents is 90. Alright, that is method 1. Method 2, you can also see it is satisfying x square plus y square equal to 5 square plus 4 square direct circle. From an external point, if you are drawing two tangents, if they are perpendicular, the locus of that point is direct circle. Formula is x square plus y square equal to a square plus b square, right? It is satisfying that also. Or the general method, you take general tangent y equal to mx plus or minus root over a square m square plus b square. Substitute 5 here, 4 here. 4 equal to 5m plus or minus 25m square plus 16. Normally from this you will get two m values if it is external point. Here you will get only one m value because one of them is vertical. Vertical one doesn't have a slope. Okay, that is where somebody can, if somebody is using general tangent, they may not get something. Let us see. We bring this set and square it. 16 minus 40m plus 25m square is equal to 25m square plus 16. 25m square is getting cancelled. And 16 also getting cancelled. You have got m equal to 0. That means one is horizontal tangent. But this is not a point on the ellipse. Outside the ellipse, there should be two tangents. Whenever you are supposed to get two answers, but you are getting only one answer, you have to understand other slope must be infinite. Alright?
Yes, sir. This is the mistake I did, sir. Method 3.
Yeah. No, it's not a mistake. Method 3 is good. Only you have to understand this only covers non-vertical tangents. It doesn't cover vertical tangents.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Some people videos are off. Please turn on your videos, everybody. Any doubt about 64? Anybody? You don't have to check for each option what is the angle. You take the direct circle. Each option is substituted. Whichever point satisfies the direct circle, the tangents are perpendicular from that. Any doubt about 65? Directly x square plus y is a square. Very simple, right? 66 or 67? Any doubt?
66.
Okay. You take ellipse, take the two ends of transverse axis, draw two vertical tangents, and take any other tangent. This is A, this is A dash, this point is L, this point is M. Okay. So you take any tangent. This AL height and this A dash M height is apparently constant. They're asking what is that. Okay. Whether constant or not, to prove you have to do a little bit of work. But what is that constant is very easy to tell. Why it is very easy to tell? If you take the simplest horizontal tangent, what is AL will be? If you draw tangent at an opposite point, it will be like this, na? At that time, L will be somewhere here. What is AL will be? B. This is B, na? If you draw horizontal, this is also B. This is also B. So what is AL into A dash M?
A into B.
Huh? AL and A dash M. What the product will be?
B square.
B square. This is also B. This is also B. It will be B square. So answer telling is very, very easy. Okay. In objective question. But proving, we have to do little bit. Okay. So the question may be very nice, but somebody worries about who will prove all that. They will take horizontal tangent B into B, B square, done, right? Yeah. But how to prove it? You take a general tangent, any one of them. Let's say I'll take x cos theta by A and plus y sin theta by B equal to 1. This point is A comma 0. This point also will have same x coordinate A. If I substitute x coordinate A will cancel, cos theta will go that side. I'll get B into 1 minus cos theta by sin theta. Okay. If I take this one, x coordinate is minus A. So this point will be minus A comma. When I put minus A, I'll get B into 1 plus cos theta by sin theta. Now what is AL is to A dash M? AL is y coordinate of L, which is B into 1 minus cos theta by sin theta. A dash M is y coordinate of M, which is B into 1 plus cos theta by sin theta. So when I multiply B square into 1 minus cos square theta by sin square theta. This is sin square, this sin square you can cancel, you will get B square. Okay. General tangent, there are three things. I can take y equal to mx plus or minus root a square m square plus b square. Then also I can do it. Or I can take this point as x1, y1, do that way also. But in terms of theta, it's coming very easy. Okay. Have I discussed this kind of thing anytime in circle? Anybody remembers anything of that sort? What is it I discussed?
You will draw tangent to the circle between ends of diameter. Means
yes.
The length of the tangent is r square.
Very good. Yes, that's a good. You draw two horizontal tangents or even vertical. Take any other tangent. I think we proved this is to this is r square. This is to this is r square. Does anybody remember such thing that we discussed in circle? Anybody remember something of this sort that we discussed in circles?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
S sir equals to r square.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this into this is r square, this into this is r square. Even at that time I told you I'm going to discuss similar thing in ellipse, if somebody remembers that. Okay, everybody clear about 66 proof?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Let me tell you the same thing another way. Let's say I have two fixed straight lines parallel, two fixed points which are perpendicular to that. Okay. Let's say this is 5 comma 0, this is minus 5 comma 0. This is x equal to 5 and this is x equal to minus 5. Let's say there is a line such a way that this distance, this height and this height, the product is constant. This height and this height, the product is constant. Then this line will always touch what?
Ellipse.
Circle.
It is ellipse or circle depending on what is the product that is say. Okay. If I say this height and this height is 25, it is a circle. Okay. If I take anything less than 25, then it will be a horizontal ellipse. If I tell this product is more than 25, it will be a vertical ellipse because Just now we took an ellipse like this, where tangents like this and any other line, and we proved this into this constant. Not only that, you take an ellipse like this also and draw. That means not only tangents here. I can do either which. You take ellipse like this and draw two horizontal tangents like this, and take any other tangent. This length into this length will be constant. Anybody want to tell what is this into this is going to be? How much it will be?
A square.
A square, yes. If you take the simplest vertical tangent, this is A, this is A, it will be A square. Okay, so if this is L and this is M, if I tell L into M is constant, if that constant is 25, this line will always touch a circle with this as length of diameter. When it is more than 25, then it will be an ellipse, vertical ellipse like this. And when this is less than 25, the constant, it will be a horizontal ellipse. Is it okay? I can prove that very easily. Let us take this line as y equal to mx plus c. Okay. And what is the y coordinate of this? When I put x is equal to 5, this will be 5 comma 5m plus c. This will be minus 5 comma c minus 5m. When I multiply these two, we'll get c square minus 5m square. This side into this side is equal to constant k. And that side, c square equal to 25m square plus k. It looks like c square equal to a square m square plus b square, na?
Yes, sir.
So when k is less than 25, you can say it is an ellipse with this as a square, this as b square. When more than 25, that is a bigger number, so it is a vertical ellipse where this is bigger number, this is smaller number. When both are 25, it is like c square equal to r square into 1 plus m square, it will become circle. Is it okay? I told all this mostly except the last thing while telling circle chapter itself. And you know what will happen in hyperbola? The same question. Till now we are taking like this, where this side and this side. Now you take one upper side, one lower side. If this length into this length is constant, this line will always touch a hyperbola. Okay, product only, but one other side, one this side. Okay. Okay, that is 66. Any doubt about 67?
Sir,
Yes, please.
sir, I'm getting different answers. Sir, 3x minus root 6y equals to 8 root 6.
3x minus root 6y equal to
8 root 6.
8 root 6. Why don't you divide with root 3 all over? The 3x, the 3 you write root 3 whole square.
Yes.
Root 6 you write root 2 into root 3. Cancel root 3. You'll get option B. Bombay.
Okay, sir.
Anybody else has doubt about 67? 68? I hope everybody clear about how to find common tangent to two curves, right? Why nobody responds? At least somebody
Yes,
else can
sir.
respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. 69. Anybody any doubt?
Sir, I have.
If a normal at L meets a major axis at G, CG equal to. Okay, we already done this in this class. How we done? I'll explain on the screen. If you take, no, not that. Let us just find normal and find x-intercept. Okay, let us do it first. Okay, this is an ellipse. You take any point, draw normal there. That is G. This is C. They want this length. That's all. This is AE comma B square by A. Take general equation of the normal. A square x by x1 minus B square y by y1 equal to A square minus B square. That is A square x by AE minus B square y by B square by A equal to A square minus B square. I can write A square is. This is the equation of normal. Now I want x-intercept means CG length is x-intercept. Simply put y equal to 0. This will become 0. Here a will cancel. I'll get ax by e is equal to a square e square. Cancel a and e that side. We'll get x is equal to a e cube. That's all. Take end of lattice rectum, draw the normal there, find x intersect. That is the answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anybody doubt about 70? What is the formula for pole of a line? One is you can assume pole is x1, y1, find polar s1 equal to 0 and you can compare it. Okay, any other method for finding the pole? Is there any formula? For point of contact, what is the formula? If Lx plus My plus n equal to 0 is a tangent, there is a formula for point of contact with the ellipse. Anybody remember that? All of you are able to hear me or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the formula for point of contact of the line Lx plus My plus n equal to 0? Don't say every time I will derive it. You have to remember the formula. Minus a square L by n.
Minus b square m by n.
Yes. If the line is tangent, that is point of contact. If the line is intersecting, that is a pole. If line is outside also, that is pole. Okay. So everybody has to remember, we use it so frequently. Okay. So that's why it is, even if you do very easy questions, something like, somebody has some kind of MCET book, you may find a lot of questions just application of this formula. But it is quite useful because at the end of it, at least people will remember the formula. Yesterday I sent one PDF, maybe by mistake. I wanted to send to another group. I sent it. Maths all. I sent one PDF, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was actually NTA Abhyas questions. NTA Abhyas app is there. In that, full tests are there. In that first 48 papers, they were separated topic wise. So we will have questions around 40 to 48 questions in each chapter. Key at the end, and after solutions are also there in the PDF. Okay. I wanted to send to your seniors just in case somebody want to practice. We sent it earlier. Just once again I sent for some students, but by mistake I sent here. So if anybody has more time after even doing past year mains questions, our recent advanced material, then you want to revise any topic, you can revise. At least 40 questions are there, solutions are there. Okay, 70. You can use directly minus a square L by n minus b square m by n. If you don't remember that, take the pole as x1, y1, find polar and compare. Any doubt about 71? Okay, this is one of the properties that I told you to remember. What is that property? Pole of the directrix is
Focus.
Is the focus.
corresponding focus. Yes. Okay, 72. Any doubt? Indirectly is asking distance between
Directives.
Directrix.
directrix. Okay. 73. Any doubt? Just find S1 equal to 0 at first point, S2 equal to 0 at second point, and then product of the slopes equal to -1. 74.
74.
Okay. Then you can find m value and then do it. But if you want point of contact, test is parametric form. Of course, one point is very easy to recognize here because your ellipse is like this, and the given point is somewhere here. One is because they have same x coordinate. This is 4, 0. This is 4, √3. But other tangent is somewhat like this, little slant. Okay. Anyway, The question is, from an external point, two tangents are drawn. What are the points of contact? I'll take this point as theta. That is a cos theta comma b sin theta. What is the equation of tangent at that point? X cos theta by a plus y sin theta by b equal to 1. Okay. What you should do? First of all, here, what is this ellipse? X square by 16 plus y square by 9 equal to 1. Okay. It should pass through 4 comma root 3. Substitute 4 here, root 3 here, and a and r here 4. Okay. 4 cos theta by 4 root 3 sin theta by 3 equal to 1. This 4 and 9 are from a and b, and this x and y are from the point 4 comma root 3. Okay. So this is a trigonometric equation. You have to get theta value from it. 4 will cancel. Here root 3 is left and cos theta to that side. You will get sin theta by root 3 is equal to 1 minus cos theta. Normally, you can write this as 2 tan theta by 2 by 1 plus tan square theta by 2. This is 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta by 2. You will get a quadratic equation in terms of tan theta by 2. You will get two values for tan theta. Here it may be a little easier because sin theta you can write 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2 by root 3. And 1 minus cos theta you can write 2 sin square theta by 2. Don't cancel sin theta by 2, bring one side and take common. You will get sin theta by 2 equal to 0 is one option. Other one is when you divide, you will get tan theta by 2 equal to 1 by root 3. Sin theta by 2 is 0 means theta is 0. And tan theta by 2 is 1 by root 3 means theta by 2 is 30, so theta is 60. So finally you got writing here theta equal to 0 and theta equal to 60. Okay, or let me write that. Theta equal to 60 and 0. Theta equal to 60 means this point. Theta equal to 60 degrees will be this point, and that will be 4 cos 60 and 3 sin 60. That is 4, 2 and 3 root 3 by 2. Okay, this is subjectively finding it. Somebody can take each option, find S1 equal to 0, substitute that point. Another option is somebody can do S1 equal to 0 for 4 comma root 3. You will get a line like this. That line and ellipse you solve also will get the 2 points. You can find the chord of contact and solve with the ellipse. Okay. I prefer this way, but I'm not saying that's the only way. You can do from options. You can find this line S1 equal to 0 and solve with the ellipse also you'll get. And guessing 4 comma 0 is very easy because you can see it in the figure. Is it okay? 74? Okay. Anybody doubt about 75? Okay. 75. If you know midpoint, finding the chord is very easy. S1 equal to
S11.
S1. But if the chord is given and you want to find the midpoint, I don't recommend assume it is x1, y1, find s1 equal to s1 and compare. It is not going to be that easy. Okay. I feel what you do is solve these two. Of course, you can do from the options. Take each option, substitute which will satisfy the chord first of all. And then you take that and do s1 equal to s11. Otherwise, can you eliminate y from these two? Yes?
Yes, sir.
So that will give you a quadratic equation in terms of x. The roots of that are this x coordinate and this x coordinate. You don't have to even solve them and find the roots. Just find sum of the roots by 2. You will get the x coordinate of the midpoint. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
You can do in all the 4 chapters, circles, parabola, ellipse, hyperbola. That is, chord is given, how to find midpoint is just solve them, eliminate y or x, get a quadratic equation. Sum of the roots by 2 will give you x coordinate. That x coordinate substitute in the line, automatically will get y coordinate. Okay? Okay, I want to discuss more, but still I have to discuss other theory also. Okay, you might have tried up to 85, you can, up to 100 you can try by tomorrow. 95 is their single answer, and numerical 12. Okay, try to complete everything by tomorrow. What is that? All right. So even though I asked you to try up to 85, I'm only discussed up to. This now I discussed up to what, 75? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Tomorrow I'll try to finish all the doubts. Okay. Listen, please don't neglect homework. Okay. Many children will say, I'm understanding the class. Okay, that's good. But after that, if you don't practice, okay, even because most of them are direct application of formulas, just to use the formula, that's all. Few questions you have to think a little more. And you also have to complete second exercise in IP. So first you complete mains fully by tomorrow. By day after tomorrow, you can complete IP second exercise. All right. So yesterday we were discussing about auxiliary circle, how foot of focus on any tangent lies on auxiliary circle, right?
Yes,
The
sir.
last point. Okay. Okay. Another method for this. That question is there even in IT also. We don't do the way that yesterday I discussed. Okay. So method 2 for this. We have a tangent, foot of focus. I want to find this. Even if you do by standard locus method, it will become very lengthy. What is that? Take this as a comma 0. This point is x1, y1. You know this slope. Now you know this slope. You know point and slope. You can find the line. For a line to be tangent ellipse, there is a condition. Use that. It's not going to come auxiliary circle easily. It's going to come little lengthy, and you have to factorize it, and then you're going to get auxiliary circle. But instead of that, I will take this slope as m. Then what is this slope? Minus 1 by m. This is AE comma 0. What is the equation of this line? Y equal to mx plus root over a square m square plus b square. You can take plus or minus also, not an issue. What is this line? Y is equal to y minus 0. Y minus 0 equal to minus 1 by m into x minus a. Yeah. So if you change m, this equation will change, this equation will change, but always they're perpendicular lines, and the x comma y, which is the solution of these two is this point only, na?
Yes, sir.
Now what is locus means? Locus means after all a algebraic relation between x and y without any variable m, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how to eliminate the m from these two? Bring this mx this side, it will become y minus mx equal to root over a square m square plus b square. You take plus or minus, not an issue. Bring m here and this x here. You will get my plus x is equal to my a. Now you square and add them. You will get y minus mx whole square plus my plus x whole square is equal to a square m square plus b square plus a square e square. Now, when I expand this and expand this, minus 2mxy plus 2mxy will cancel. I'll get y square, m square x square, m square y square x square. If I simplify all that and refactorize, it is going to come 1 plus m square into x square plus y square. And the right side, this is actually a square only. Because what is a square e square? A square minus b square. It will become a square. So because this becomes a square, this is will get a square into 1 plus m square. Cancel that. You got the locus without any m. So any point of intersection of this and this, which is x comma y, has to satisfy this equation x square plus y square a square. So foot of focus on any tangent is locus is auxiliary circle. So write this in the class note today. Continuation of yesterday's point, method 2. But later on, when you do second exercise in IP also, this question is there. Do this way, not the method 1. Neha, board is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So coming Sunday, you have advanced exam. So myself portion is ellipse. Okay, I'm going to erase this. Anybody needs more time? Okay. This is what property 5 what we discussed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Property 6. I'm not sure. I have to verify this. If I draw one tangent and it will meet the directrix. Parabola, what is the property? Portion of the tangent between point of contact and directrix subtends 90 degrees. Is that 90 degrees here? I have to check. Okay. Don't write. We'll verify. Okay. How can we verify this? Take this as x1 comma y1 or a cos theta comma b sin theta. What is this point? Equation of tangent is x cos theta by a plus y sin theta by b equal to 1. What is this point? X-intercept is minus a by e. Okay, if I put minus a by e, I will get b by sin theta into 1 plus cos theta by e. Okay. What is this? This is minus a e comma 0. What is the slope? B sin theta minus 0 by a cos theta plus a. And what is this slope? B by sine theta into 1 plus cos theta by E by minus A by E plus A. Okay, this is if this is F dash and this is P and this is some L dash, slope of S dash P into slope of S dash L dash is this. This is B sine theta by A common cos theta plus C. This is B by sine theta. This is E plus cos theta by E, and this will become A into 1 minus E square. You can see cos theta plus C will cancel, sin theta will cancel. I am getting B square by A square into 1 minus E square. That is exactly 1, but there should be a minus. What about the minus here?
E square minus 1.
E square minus 1. Yeah, so I should write a minus for that. So that is a minus here, which is minus 1, because this is B square minus 1. So product of the slopes is minus 1. So you just write one point here before writing this proof. Okay. Portion of the tangent, I'm not writing this, dictating. Portion of the tangent between point of contact and directrix. Portion of the tangent between point of contact and directrix subtends 90 degrees at the focus. Subtends 90 degrees at the focus. Of course, there is another way. This is proof 1. I think I'll try to prove proof 2 also. Okay, copy this whole thing. I hope you understand. I'll explain once again. I took a general point, really draw the tangent, solved with this directrix. What is the directrix equation? X equal to minus A by E. Okay. Found this point, x coordinate is there. Substitute that x coordinate here, we get y coordinate. So I got point L dash. For focus I know. Found this slope, product of the slopes is minus.
Sir,
Yes, please.
here angle between P, S dash and the other point of contact with directrix is not 90.
That will be 90. You take this focus and join to this one. That is also 90.
With S dash only, sir.
1 minute. Want to join S dash to other directrix?
Yes, sir.
No, that is not 90. Okay. When you take this focus, you have to take this directrix only. When you take this focus, you have to take this directrix.
Okay.
Okay. We have similar formula in parabola also, right? Portion of the tangent between point of contact and directrix subtend 90 degrees, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll be just back in 2 minutes. Think about what is the similar other properties of special properties of parabola that we studied. Will they be applicable here? I'll be back in 2 minutes. And I also want to prove this another method which we have done in parabola type. You think about that. All right. Okay, I don't know whether right or not. I just want to try it. If you draw only tangent here, this is the directrix. Join this, join this, join this. I don't know whether I can prove that these two are similar triangles. In parabola, I could prove these triangles are equal, but here it is not a horizontal line. I should draw it to other focus, and it is tangent. Then it may not be right. I thought if this is 90, I can prove this is 90 by some kind of may not be congruent triangle. Excuse me. I thought maybe similar triangles, but I don't think they are. Because this angle is not equal to this. If we draw the other one, it will be equal to that one. Okay, so I don't think I will be telling another method. I'm sure I have to, there can be some, based on SP equal to PE, EP into PM, that definition only we should be able to prove it maybe. That this length is E times this length. It's okay. All right. What are the other special properties of parabola that we have? Anybody want to state any one of them? So that we will see whether they are applicable here or not. Anybody want to tell any property of parabola that we discussed at the last of the parabola chapter?
Image of focus with respect to tangent lies on.
Image of focus with respect to tangent lies on directrix. Here, whether it lies on directrix or director circle, I have to worry about that also. But here, image of focus with respect to any tangent we see, which is lying on another circle, right? Okay, so it is not that way. Yeah, anything else? Yeah, we have this property that in a parabola, take focus and any point, take these two as ends of diameter. The circle will always touch.
Tangent at what?
Yeah, it will always touch tangent at vertex, like correct. And if you draw tangent, with this angle is also 90. Here, the tangent at vertex is actually auxiliary circle. Okay, so some properties of parabola may not directly translate into properties of ellipse because the directrix of ellipse or the directrix of parabola may be director circle. Maybe directrix sometimes, maybe director circle also sometimes. Whereas in parabola chapter, directrix and director circle are same. Okay, but here directrix is also there, director circle also there. Similarly, tangent at vertex is actually can play the role of auxiliary circle sometimes. Okay, because the limiting case of circle is after all a straight line, right? Okay. Now what is that? Okay, so you take an ellipse, take its auxiliary circle. Okay, take one focus, any point on the ellipse, join, take these two as ends of diameter, that will touch auxiliary circle. How can I prove this? I can even take this focus also. Okay, and join to that. Maybe if I connect like this, even that also should touch auxiliary circle somewhere here. Yeah, all these special properties, we use it very rarely only, that in advanced level questions only, not in mains. Okay, so don't have to worry so much for mains. But let us try to prove it. Let us say this is AE comma 0. This point I can do in terms of theta, I can do in terms of x1 comma y1. Anything is okay. Let's say I'll take a cos theta comma b sin theta. How to prove two circles are touching each other? That internally here, C1, C2 equal to mod R1 minus R2, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is one way, or I can try to solve and say there's only one point of intersection, which is better for me. Okay, let us see what is the center of this circle. This is P. Center, and this is S, and this is P. Center is AE plus A cos theta by 2, P sin theta by 2. What is the radius? SP by 2. But for SP distance, we have formula E into PM. Okay. So E into PM is from A by E, you have to remove this. So A by E minus E cos theta. We have a formula A minus EX by 2. That will be A minus E square cos theta by 2. This is not E cos theta, A cos theta. That is, if I take E inside, A into 1 minus E cos theta by 2. Okay. Now, if I prove that they are touching, I have to prove C1, C2 equal to R1 plus R2 or R1 minus R2. What is the distance between the centers? This is 0, 0. This is this. So I'll get some perfect square. Okay. I need more place to write. Okay, I can redraw this figure once again if required. So I want to find distance between the centers, which I can even call C1. For the other one, C2 is origin and the corresponding radius is A. This is R1. C1, C2 is root over AE plus A cos theta by 2 whole square plus B square sin square theta by 4. Let me see if I can simplify this. This is 4. This is A square E square plus A square cos square theta. This is 2A square E cos theta. This B square sin square theta, I can write B square as A square into 1 minus E square, and sin square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. So I want to write B square as A square minus A square E square, and the sin square theta as 1 minus cos square theta. So what will happen when I expand? A square is there, minus A square E square will get cancelled with something there. And minus A square cos square theta also will cancel. So what is the term left with? A square plus A square E square cos square theta plus 2A square E cos theta by 4. That itself is a perfect square, which is going to be A plus AE cos theta by 2. And that is exactly, I can write it as A minus A into 1 minus E cos theta by 2. Because 2A minus A and minus or minus plus, everything is fine. So that is exactly R2 minus R. Okay. So I got C1, C2 is equal to R2 minus R1. So they're touching each other internally. All right. So what is this point number 7? I should write a. Okay. I'll dictate point number 7. So just after that you write all this, and I'll also draw the figure. Maybe I'll just go a little backwards just a minute. Yeah. So I'll draw the figure somewhere here high above. But you write the statement 7th point. What is that? The circle with circle with a point of the ellipse. Circle with a point of the ellipse and a focus. As ends of diameter. Touches auxiliary circle. Circle with a point of the ellipse and focus as ends of diameter touches the auxiliary circle. Okay, this is a proof. First you write the down part, next you write the upper part. You can even draw one figure. First draw auxiliary circle. Then draw ellipse. Take any point and the focus. It will be like this. It touches here. This is what? S. This is what? P. This is C1. This is R1. This is C2. And this is R2. Of course, many of these things can be somehow proved without coordinate geometry, like in parabola. At the last I discussed on the basic definition.